Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the channel. My apologies for not uploading in a while. I have some more videos cooking up in the pipeline, but today we're going to be talking about two new short videos that dropped for Alien Romulus, and they show off, one of them is more behind the scenes and the other one is kind of a teaser trailer, getting you prepared for what's to come in this movie and getting the sense that we're going back to basics with the franchise, kind of trying to go back to the tone of the first two movies. So in the first teaser trailer here, I guess I'll break that one down. First, we get some new cool shots of the character of Rain and Andy, and it looks like they're approaching a closed off section on the Romulus space station as they're exploring it, and a facehugger pops up and scares the character, and then we get some more glimpses of the sequence in which they're stuck in the sort of pod bay, and all the facehuggers are in like embryos or something, and they start popping out and jumping into the water and attacking the characters through that means. And then after that, we get a new shot of the adult xenomorph in the movie. So thanks to Funko Pop figures that just released a couple days ago, or at least the images of them have released for this movie, it looks like the xenomorph that we've been seeing in a lot of the marketing that has like the scar on its dome is dubbed the Scorched Xenomorph, and this is the one that we'll primarily be seeing in the movie, and it looks almost brown in color, kind of like the ones from Alien Resurrection. So that's definitely an interesting design choice. I'm curious to see how this one comes to be in the movie and how it actually gets the scar on its dome and why it looks the way it does. I mean, it's a really good shot. I like it a lot. I'm really enjoying all the stuff that we've actually seen in the marketing of this xenomorph so far, and it does kind of remind me of those early, movies, the first two movies in particular. And then towards the end of the trailer, we can see what appears to be the character of Rain in one of the spacesuits trying to escape, and another cool quick shots here at the end. We see like a POV shot of the escape shuttle, which I think is the Narcissus pod, or at least something that's similar to it from the original Alien movie. It was actually spotted in the second trailer, something that I had missed in my breakdown, but it looks like the characters are going to be escaping on this Narcissus pod. Right here we get like a POV shot of it flying away from the station, and then we get another POV shot through the window as we can see the rest of the Romulus crashing down onto the rings of the planet that it's been orbiting. So I think these are really cool shots. I love that, and I love that it's probably a miniature that we're seeing here. So moving on to the next video that 20th Century dropped today, this is a more behind the scenes video trying to get you excited for the film. It has cast interviews and an interview with Fede Alvarez, obviously, and basically they kind of talk about how this movie is really going back to the horror roots of the first two. It fits in perfectly between those two movies. It's trying to go back to more practical effects, less green screen, and more or less the footage is a lot of what we've seen. There's only a couple new shots in the footage, particularly being of the colony actually that the characters are on before they leave to go to the Romulus space station. So I really love these quick glimpses that we're seeing of the colony, which I believe has been dubbed Jackson's Star. I could be wrong about that, but I think that's what it's called in the movie. But I love this because it's something that we haven't really seen in the other movies. We haven't seen a colony like this, a Weyland-Yutani colony, since Hadley's Hope in Aliens 1986. There was technically the colony in Alien 3, but that was more of like a penal colony for prisoners. And this one's more for, everyday people that are just living here trying to get by, trying to survive what appears to be, mining or scrapping and stuff like that. So I think that's really cool. And I love that we're getting more of sort of a look into the everyday life within the Alien universe, because that's another thing that we don't really see in the movies. Now, the other quick shots that we see that are new in this behind the scenes footage is one where the characters are entering the station. It looks like they're in an airlock and they have the pressurized spacesuits on, and this one is really interesting because it shows off Andy in what appears to be the cryogenic lab or the Romulus and Remus design on it, and I think this could be him looking at ampules of the accelerant or the pathogen, the black goo, whatever you want to call it, because later on in the second trailer it looks like he's carrying sort of a case holding all these ampules in it, and maybe this is where he discovers what the scientists on this space station were really up to. Again, some of the last shots here towards the end, we just see, glimpses of the alien actor, the stunt suit behind the scenes, which is always cool to see, because those things are really well crafted, well put together. This shot might be kind of a spoiler, or might be leaning into what we see in the end of the second trailer where Rain is like pinned up against a wall and the alien is right in her face. It looks like this is the same sort of archetype architecture around her. Maybe she's falling down the airlock shaft and the alien follows her and it's right up in her face and she pulls the lever down and releases it into space. We don't really know, but that's kind of my speculation. That's some of the other speculation that I've seen online about what is happening in that sequence. Again, we get some quick glimpses here. This one very reminiscent of the first movie when Ripley has to strip down for some reason at the end of the movie when she's in the Narcissus because she believes that she's safe at this point. Maybe a certain similar thing is happening in this shot here. We don't know yet, obviously, but pretty cool imagery. Again, lots of practical effects here, a practical set that Kaylee Spaney is obviously walking around on. And then this is probably another spoilery shot here, but it looks like one of the characters is actually zapping Andy, the android, with some sort of a cattle prod or something like that, some kind of device. And it appears that they're in the genetics lab, if you can see off to the side there. Don't really know the context of the sequence, but should be interesting to see the characters kind of turning on each other. So that's all my breakdown for the footage that we got here. I'll leave links to both of the videos down in the description box so you guys can check them out for yourselves. But again, very excited for the movie. We're really in that home stretch. I believe tickets are actually on sale right now, and I think that AMC Theaters in particular is doing an early fan screening the day before, and if you go to that, you get like a special collector's pin and a Weyland-Yutani patch or something. So I think that's pretty cool. Hopefully I'll be able to get to see the movie early and provide you guys with a review and my thoughts on it, because definitely been looking forward to this ever since it got announced, a couple of years ago when it was supposed to be going straight to Hulu. So hopefully this movie does well. Hopefully it's actually good. I'm hoping that it does what Prey did for the Predator franchise, really revitalizes the Alien franchise after the last couple movies have been very mixed. Prometheus and Alien Covenant, while they do have a lot of supporters and people that like them, it's no denying that they really, had the franchise in this mixed fan base where they weren't really universally loved movies and they kind of went all over the place. So, like I said, share your thoughts on this stuff down in the comments below. If you guys are new to the channel and you like this video, subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified whenever I drop new content. If you want to hit me up on social media, you can find me in the links down below. And with all that being said, I'll catch you guys next time.